some rest. I'm by your side. Lay your head on my chest. I know you've had a really bad day, but I'm right here, it's gonna be okay. The world could fall down, it's gonna be okay. The sun could go out, we're gonna be okay. If all the blue skies turn gray, we're gonna be okay. Calm your soul. Hold my hand. Don't let go. I understand. I know it hurts. It wasn't fair. It's over now, so don't despair. The world could fall down, it's gonna be okay. The sun could go out, we're gonna be okay. If all the blue skies fade to gray, we're gonna be okay. The world could fall down, it's gonna be okay. The sun could go out, we're gonna be okay. If all the blue skies fade to gray, we're gonna be okay. The world could fall down, it's gonna be okay. The sun could go out, we're gonna be okay. If all the blue skies fade to gray, we're gonna be okay.
Well, would you look at that? I absolutely love it. I wasn't sure how I was going to frame out the Skylight, being as I am limited on tools. And so I wasn't exactly sure how I was going to, I knew what I wanted to do for it, but I wasn't exactly sure how I was going to achieve that. And I will tell you right now, that is not how I originally planned to do it, but I actually really like how it turned out. It's very basic, but classy. Obviously the max fan was super easy. It already comes with that plastic thing that just sticks inside of it, and instead of trying to cut it with like a skill saw or a jigsaw, because it can get a little sketchy, I figured I would just try and cut it with those I don't know what kind of cutters those are, but you can like cut metal and stuff with them, and that's just plastic, so it was kind of easy to cut. It just was a little hard on my hand, being repetitive, and your muscles get sore obviously. But that came out really well. The Skylight came out really well. That greenery I bought from Hobby Lobby, and I think I might get some more, and that's what I'm going to use possibly to trim out the areas that are that have like little imperfections, like probably where the wood meets, and then at the very front. And then once I have this shelf up, or cubby, or whatever I am gonna do here, I'll do it on that as well. So it'll have like a little bit of greenery, a little modern rustic industrial vibe, which is kind of what I'm going for. And I also wanted to talk about some of the reasons, a few comments that I've gotten. So a lot of people asked why I didn't stagger the tongue and groove, because typically with this type of tongue and groove, people always stagger it. It was just easier for me to do it this way with the way that the bus is framed. I originally wanted to frame it with wood, 2x2s on both sides of the metal, but it was such a task and it was so hard to do. I wanted to make it as simple and easy as possible, so I only did one side, making it a little more difficult to insulate because the pieces had to be so long. And then I was originally planning on using pin nails and wood glue, but because of the insulation overlaps the wood and I stapled it to the wood, I couldn't use wood glue for that. So that's why I wound up going with the screws. And the reason I went with the silver screws is because I will have some silver accents in the bus, and this is, like I said, it'll be more of like a rustic industrial vibe. A little, I wouldn't say bohemian, but more like Aztec. I wanted to kind of go with the flow of the paint job of the bus. So that's a few things that I just wanted to kind of touch base with you guys on, for those of you that had questions on that. And so my next, and then I did these, which that was pretty easy. I actually really like how those came out. The bottom, all this I'm probably gonna repaint, but that's not gonna be seen anyways. It's gonna be behind everything. And then my next mission will be to get this done, maybe wire the puck lights and everything too, and then I can start framing. I do also want to kind of do the front of the bus, but I may wait on that until, I might hold off on that like towards the end of the build more, instead of trying to get it done, so that way I can get like the bed in here and start framing everything. But that's gonna be it for this video, and thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and as always, make sure to like this video if you liked it, and subscribe to the channel if you want to continue to follow me along this bus build journey. Once the bus is done, I have a pretty big trip planned, so I'm really excited about that, and I'm excited to share that with you guys, but that's not going to be until a little bit later when we're closer to being finished with the build. So until then, I will see you guys next time.